A warm welcome to one and all. Swagat Sumit, thank you so much for your time today. Varuga Hari Navneet, Varuga Chandramurthy, Swagatamu Priyanka, Bienvenido Elian, Euridia, Mario, Fernando, Julia. Welcome to one and all. First, कैसे हैं आप Sumit? How are you Sumit?
I am very good.
Thank you so much and welcome to the second technical networking event on August 19, 2020. It's a great honor to have Sumit here, who is an expert for 11 years in SharePoint, strong expert who has worked in complex server side and many aspects of SharePoint, and we'll get a chance to listen to him today. The goal of this networking event is to create a strong support system to help each other grow, encourage each other, celebrate the victories, prevent problems or share the problems and find a solution with no competitive atmosphere and have good times only and listen to each concern. Why was this networking event born? I took a survey and many people told that they are experts and they are paid peanuts. And many are working all the time and they don't have time for networking or social life. And it is just a struggle for many in job to find their next project when the job ends, or for freelancers to find their clients with the right rate. The goal is to have a balanced life, good health, wealth, peace with job satisfaction. And this networking cannot happen in a day. It will take probably weeks or months or years. So slowly we will get to know each other and help each other out. We are bringing the best minds together. So far I'm so grateful to Sumit, Chandramurthy, Mario, who had the time to come for the event. Even others, slowly let's get to know each other and help each other. So during this networking event, we'll just have a quick introduction of each other based on the number of people in the call. So today let's focus on introducing Sumit and getting to know him. Sumit, could you please introduce yourself? You can either
Yes,
type in the chat box or just talk, whichever is easy for you.
yes, sure. Hi, I am Sumit Singh. I have around 11 years of experience in SharePoint, .NET, Power Apps platform. In SharePoint, I have worked on various aspects like web part development, client-side coding, server-side coding, features, workflows, event receivers, and if you talk about the central administration part like configuring search service applications and creating the document management system, enterprise content management, also creating the variation pages like the language pack and all. So multilingual sites. And in the .NET, I have worked on various web applications like WWF, WPF solutions, and also the web services, WCF services. In that one, basically, right now I am working on .NET Core Framework 3.1, but I have a good exposure in .NET Framework 2.0, 3.5, 4.0. And we have a good exposure in CSOM objects model coding, and we have done a lot of customization using the jQuery script library and with the HTML5 customization. If you talk about the Power Platform, I have developed custom form related with the Power Apps, from which we have several lists, and we are integrating with the Power Apps form with nice look and feel, and also lightweight. And in the Power Automate, we have worked on workflows like three-level workflow, three-level approval workflow, two-level approval workflow, a lot of custom calculations and custom logic function we have written. So these are the major area where I have worked. Apart from that, I am also keen to learn like Office 365 and Azure and all these things, whatever is the upcoming technologies.
Wow, fantastic. Big hand to you, Sumit. You're such an
Thank you.
expert.
Thank you, lad.
Uh, uh, Great. Let's welcome Sumit to this group. Where are you located, Sumit? And what is your current time?
As of now, I'm located in Middle East. Current time is 9 o'clock. I'm into a country called Qatar. So it's
Wow,
a part of a Gulf GCC country. Okay. So and right now the time is 9 p.m.
wow, great.
So
And what are the languages you know? And
yeah, I know English, Hindi, little bit Arabic, not that much. So these are the things.
great. I know I can understand Hindi, so you can speak in Hindi if you want. Okay.
No, no issue. No issue.
And so you have worked so hard. So what is you're an expert. So any task I think you can do, and anybody has doubts in on premise, I think we can contact Sumi. So what is the goal you have? So in the long term, do you want to continue clients or do you want to start your company or what that you prefer?
Actually, yeah, my goal is to work as a freelancer.
Okay.
Okay, but as you know, this the situation is not good from last 3 to 4 months. So I'm also trying to get a job to survive because eventually everybody is having family and everybody has to feed them. So, but I'm very much interested to work as a freelancer, part time or full time, also like with the US timing. I worked in past. It's like in 2013, 14, and 18. I have worked with the full time with the US timing. Also, I have worked. So. The whatever challenges generally we are facing by getting the clients, even after getting the client, also sometimes payment terms will not be suitable, and then we have to now sometime it will be in the middle, but slowly we have to push. One day definitely it will get completed. That is the good thing. We have to keep pushing the things, then only it will work. Otherwise sometime if we leave the things as it is, the work, then it will not move, and surely whatever effort we have pushed, it will become zero. So just because of our efforts we have to keep pushing the things. So in that way only I get connected to you, because I always want to get connected with the people with the SharePoint resource or the another resource also, so that I will get to know.
Thank you so much, Sumit, for sharing the freelancing thing. We all both Chandramurthy and I also will agree that freelancing is very difficult. There are a lot of pains. So thank you for sharing the concern. So I want to understand what are the other problems you have faced? Like I think your biggest achievement is like 11 years in SharePoint, and that's really great. Big hands for that. So what are the other achievements which you think is a big achievement so far?
Yeah, actually, I got a client from 2013 to 16.
Okay.
So they had a very customized document management system.
Okay.
So they were having around 25 terabyte of data. Okay. So in that one, no, if you know that in the SharePoint, there is a lot of performance issues will come if you have very much heavy data. So client was really struggling with that one, and even they hired one architect for that, but it was not fruitful. After that, they consulted me. Then what we have done, we have redefined the whole architecture of the SharePoint so that it will become lightweight. We have moved the content, the 25 terabyte data of content. We have moved into a different site collection to load only for that particular site connection. If you have any request, like we map with the year. I mean, you know that we map with the metadata properties year, whatever logic we have put. So suppose one person want data of 2013. So whenever they will search with the 2013, so it will go to that only for that particular site collection, not with the all. So like that, we have customized in the SharePoint search. We have really built a good custom columns which can differentiate the search result in a very quick way. So all these things were there.
Great. Will you
From
have probably can you share all those things in the later? I might ask for sharing some tips.
Sure, sure, sure,
That will be great.
sure. I
Thank
can
you
say.
so much.
Yeah.
And so, what are the apart in the job? What are the problems you have faced? Now, forget freelancing. In the job, any problems you have faced?
Problems will be actually the client requirement will never be never will be clear. Okay, it will keep on changing whenever we will show something. Okay, they ask, suppose they asked one workflow system. We develop one workflow system. After getting the workflow system, they will go to know that they want to build. So preliminary stage, they will not know what they want. They will just say, I want this thing. But when you will really present whatever he asked, after that only he will get the visibility that, okay, I don't want this one, but I want something related on top of these things. So their only problem will come, because again we have to do the rework for the whole things. And also sometimes we'll get lot of pressure from the top level management to finish the things very quickly, like within a day or day two, like that. Okay, that's what I face the problem. But here in freelancing, you are free, you are charging your hours, you are giving your estimates, everything according to your thing, not like pressure of the client and all. So it's little bit not easy, it is little, I can say it's comfortable. So it's good for both, for client as well as for the developer. But if you are into the job, the scenario will be totally different. Even if you know that whatever you are going to do it's wrong, but since due to the your manager pressure or something, you have to do in a wrong way. But here it is not like that. Here freelancing, we are able to provide the best solutions.
Absolutely, I really agree with you, and thank you so much for like sharing so many wise things today. It's not just your problem. I'm sure it's everybody's problem. The requirement keeps changing almost all the time, and there is so much of pressure from a manager. Absolutely right, and I think many will understand and relate with you. So really, thank you so much, Sumit. So can I just move on and just share some tips and then ask you to talk? Is that fine?
Yes, sure.
So I specifically made this for Chandramurthy and you and many others who might want to either uh, get clients or work. This is applicable for both who are in projects, in a job or freelancing. So the best solution is always to retain clients. So many times it is easier to retain clients than get new clients. So if you observe, many companies have client relationship manager. Their only role is to take care of the client. So they have such a role. So and retaining clients does not come only by working. So as a developer, I used to focus only on work, result. But it is more than that. You have to wish them on their birthday and probably understand some of their personal needs and also help them out and try to use email communication, which will really show all the records of the client. So when the clients are changing requirements and all, email communication is better. And this is just my personal tip, that try to have multiple sources of income, not just don't depend on one job. Try to have multiple sources of income. In the long run, I think I can share a proper solution. I want to create a lot of passive income streams for experts coming together. So I really, it will take time for me, but I think it's a good thing to have multiple sources of passive income and also have multiple clients, not just one client. So that would really help. So the best thing always is to retain clients. So if you have a client which you have worked before, if they ask for non SharePoint, it's okay. Even for me right now, the client is fantastic. So uh, I may be working on WordPress or web development and not necessarily SharePoint. Though the client knows that I love SharePoint, she tries her best to give SharePoint, but it's all about client relationship. So this is just a tip. It's not necessary that you have to follow it. The I just wanted to share something, that this is what I feel is the truth. It's not just about your skills. There are so many factors. Whether it's especially for business, they do not care about your skills. You are an expert, and any job anyone gives you can do with utmost perfection. You will do. There are many other factors like networking. We are so busy working that we are not connecting with those who need. There are thousands who want you, they are seeking you, but they are unable to reach you because we are not networking well. So if you have the proper network, you will be able to connect with those who need you. They are also searching for you. It's not that you are searching for them, they are searching for all the skills you have. Another important thing is called trust. So you need to build a trust when you're working with the client, and I'm talking about good clients. If it's a bad client, you have to leave and go. So the trust factor plays a role. So we need to shift our mindset from thinking like a developer and just move ahead and think in the higher level like manager or a CEO, or you really have to start thinking high level, and you need to build the trust. The trust doesn't happen in one day or 1 week. Hence, I'm starting this networking so that it will take time to build. So we have to get to know each other so that we build a strong trust, and then and that way I'll be referring clients who pay you and not cheat, so that we have a proper network. And trust factor plays a role. And if you have a solution, you can just start selling them, rather than people want a click solution, they don't want to do. So you can focus on doing apps and sell them rather than doing projects. So there are many things. And one more thing is budget. If it's a good client, you can offer them to work for cheaper rate till they are financially stable. So that is something you can offer. So take one example. In 2018, I had a client. It went very well. For 1 hour consulting I did, and she really wanted to come back to me for regular consulting. But what happened? I sent a mail. I didn't get a reply, and suddenly after a year, 2019, I got a request, and it was a long term request. The reason she could not reply was because she did not have the money that time. So, but had she told me that time, I would have offered my services for her, and I would have for free that time. And slowly, when she's paid, I could have helped her. A client is trying to get your help, and if it's a good client, so when they you so you the goal is to find clients who want to pay you, okay, so that when they are financially stable, so try to have connection with them. So there you need to look from the other side also. But as a freelancer, I'll come to the next slide, and you really have to work on charging high, not less. Okay. As a freelancer, if you are an expert, Sumit, I think your rate is $100 to $200 per hour. That's what I would say. So these are the tips from my end to get clients or projects, and I'm working on it in stores. It's slowly growing. And first is networking, which I've started now. You can attend events. There are free events happening in Microsoft in the second week of every month. There are 200 people joining the events. It's for Microsoft Teams, SharePoint. I think even Azure might have. We have for Teams and many graph API, so many things. So there are people. So last week or this week I attended, and one person contacted me. So who is an expert, but slowly you can just probably a client might contact you. Another is referral of old clients. So if you have old clients who respect you, you said no for 2013 to 16 you worked for a client, you can ask them to refer, and they might be able to refer you. And there are portals like Freelancer, Upwork, People Per Hour, Fiverr, each have their ups and downs, but you can check that and look for opportunities. And I'm planning to probably start a new portal where experts can come together and really get regular clients every month, and we can just have a passive income stream. But let's discuss that later. And next is try to create a website for you, Sumit, and or try to start a blog that sell your work. So don't start it right away. I mean, it isn't. It's a long process, and I cannot guarantee that that will definitely give you clients. But see, I had a website in 2018, and through the website, they asked me to consult for an hour. They asked for remote opportunity, but I was in a trouble state that time, and it went the opportunity went away. But what I'm saying is through website, you can get clients will reach out to you for help. You don't have to go behind clients. But after one point, I had to stop the website because I was not making money with I was doing training that time, and that was like going in a loss, and I was helping thousands and not making money, and I had to shut my website down. And again, I started my website. So and try to sell your apps or works rather than selling your time. Try to sell your works, like build tools and apps that will help bring in some passive income. And watch the MSD and post up for these are all difficult things. Okay, so I've tried, and this may or may not work. So then is watch the social media in groups in SharePoint or MSD and forums, and ask and give help to them. And one of them might turn out to be a client. But the problem is, as of now, employees are posting questions and they are not paying. So what happens is right now, what happens is the experts are not hired for a SharePoint project. They are those who don't know are hired, and they are sitting in the groups and they are asking questions, and the experts are answering for free. So we need to sort out that problem by building an expert system where we can answer them, but I want a paid portal so that you can get paid for the questions you answer. So, but you can try to find a portal where you help them, and the client should come to pay you, not just get the help for free. Then find long-term clients who like you and whom you like. So you need to understand the clients you want, and there is something called Bonsai, which will help you to create an agreement. So in case you are freelancing, use PayPal or Stripe and get the payment first, and more than the payment, get the agreement ready. Understand the requirement, try to do 1 or 2 or 3 free consultation, understand the requirement, freeze the requirement, and be clear, okay, this is only the thing I can do, this is what we cannot do, and these are I work only 4 hours a day, and my hourly rate is $100, and please give the requirements clearly. All those should be stated in the agreement clearly, and once both of you agree, then and the payment, at least get the payment of 50%, or I would say full 100%, because so much cases have happened where many clients do not pay in the end. So I would say 100% get the payment. In PayPal you have the option for refund if needed. So get the agreement ready, use PayPal or Stripe, and then do not ever use bank transaction, it's not a secure way. And once everything is clear, then start the work. Do not start the work unless all these things are done. Otherwise, don't worry. I have been like having many clients who never pay, and all I do is I just put the CC of a lawyer and they immediately pay. This is applicable for clients in USA, and especially the country. You need to find out which country. In countries like India, nobody cares. Even if you tell the police, they don't pay. So it depends on the country you belong. So but to avoid, so freelancing, there is so much of problem, and hence job is better sometimes. So where you don't, and in job, make sure you get the payment first and then only begin. That's all. So these are all my tips based on my experience, and slowly I will be like uh, building some tips that will actually work. Based on, I'm working on the technique that will bring the clients 100% to you. So slowly I'll share them. So that's it for now. So Sumit, what do you think is a good client according to you?
Ah, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, a good client will be like whoever having clear requirements and payment terms. That two things is good only. Apart from that, we don't need that much. As we are a freelancer, our objective is only to work and money. That's it. And if you want to if you'll do these two things, definitely client will have a very good relationship with you, and we can grow in near future.
Right. Do you have any long-term clients, Sumit, by any chance? Any?
I had long-term client, okay, long back, but till now I have not contacted them. So
Can
maybe
you
I will try.
contact them and see if they need help, or
Sure,
they can refer you?
sure,
Because
sure.
if you can work with them, that will be very nice. Okay.
Okay,
So
okay.
just write in a piece of paper today, like those who are viewing this recording also, please take a piece of paper and write down what is the ideal client you want or ideal job you want. And so if it's an ideal job, how would you write, Sumit? What is the ideal job you want if it's a SharePoint job?
Like ideal job would be like giving solution to the client. Okay,
Okay.
and also trying to lead the implementation or trying to be the part of implementation team. Okay, and after doing that one better, we will create the test case scenario, and we will test accordingly, and then we'll deliver to the client. This is the ideal thing, but I know ideal thing is not. It's
You'll
just an
get there
expectation.
are no, you'll get, there are thousands of opportunities coming every day, because I think people are jumping from job to job.
Yeah.
This I'm seeing a lot of, I'm keeping a watch on the job industry, and I can tell that there's a lot of opportunities, and you will get the ideal definitely.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
you are an architect, not just a lead. So I
Yeah,
think
correct.
you should try to become a SharePoint architect, or
Yes, sure. That I'm doing as of now. A lot of
yeah,
3 or 4 projects I have done like that as
fantastic.
architect. Yeah.
Wow. So I want you to share some tips, Sumit, on SharePoint performance.
Sure,
So
sure.
since you're here, I really want you to share. Can you please share?
See, okay. First of all, first problem will come with the data. Okay,
Okay.
if SharePoint will host a lot of data, then problem will come automatically because till 2013 or 2016 version, it's not that much. It's not up to the mark. If you compare with the other content management system or some other platform. Okay, good point for the SharePoint. It is having a collaboration things and everything can accommodate in SharePoint. But if you go to the market for document management system, there is separate product for a enterprise content management like a page publishing multilingual site. There is a separate product. But if you come to the SharePoint, you will have everything. Okay. The problem is the data. If you want to store the data, if it is going more than 100 GB or 200 GB, your site is going to be crash. Okay. So for
Okay.
that one, we are having like multiple site collection concept, or we can create multiple content database whenever the site is reaching to any of the storage. Like you set the storage quota limit as 100 GB. So after that, we'll have a separate tool. Once the site is reaching to 100 GB, after that we are automatically creating the new content database and we are putting it, or we are creating a new site collection with the different content database, and we are start pushing the documents or the list items, or if you want to put any pages, contents, whatever it is. So your performance will always up to the mark. And second thing is related with the permissions and all. So some of the times a user will come automatically and give the permission just like that to everywhere, then it will be whole mess up. At that time, better you should take control, or admin, one or two admins should be there to just point it, I mean, to handling the permission layer properly, like creating the groups, and don't give just like item level permission. You should have some control management system proper. Otherwise, your site performance will be degraded automatically. And if you are using any flash, I mean any third party container like flash or any other thing, then also performance will degraded. So you have to choose accordingly which third party tool is going to support SharePoint. Okay, because SharePoint will show you can integrate with anything, but you have to check which is I mean which tool is having much more comfortable with the SharePoint, because after doing that one, it will be very difficult to manage.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Sumit. Do you want to share any other tips in SharePoint? You've worked for 11 years. Any guidance you want to give the viewers?
As of now, like okay, for some of the times, if you can use the custom forms. Okay, now InfoPath form is no more available. Now you can go with the Power Apps form. It is really very good, and it is very easily connected with the SharePoint list and libraries. And if you go there, within a day you can develop the forms like an app with the mobile layout or tablet layout, and start using them. And it's a very, I mean, it's very powerful. You can do all the calculation like how we are doing in a .NET custom form designing, same like that you can do in Power Apps without any coding, without doing anything. That is and you can connect with the different type of sources like SQL, Oracle, and Teams, and OneDrive. Anything you can connect from the Power Apps. So they have a various connector to connect with the data source, and you can play with it. That's a good part. Okay. Even the workflow things, whatever the SharePoint designer workflow was there, it totally replaced by Power Automate. The Power Automate, so many activities are there just to perform, like 1 level, 2 level, 3 level, or you want reminder. Everything is possible in the Power Automate. Within a day you can do. So your cost will also get saved, and you will get the very good product also.
Wow, thank you so much. So how many applications you have helped in Power Apps to meet? Like,
Maybe more than 5 to 10 apps I already developed. I have developed one CRM project. I have done one CRM project where cost calculation, invoice generation, and the delivery note preparation, and the PO, PR, purchase request forms, and all these things I have developed in Power Apps only,
okay.
without doing much custom. I mean, much trouble. Like no need to do extra coding and all.
Wow. So, do you think Power Apps has the option to do print easily? Uh,
Yes.
okay.
No, actually not easily, but you have
Okay.
the option to print it
Okay. Little
because
coding
in the,
needed, right?
yeah, correct.
But so you are enjoying Power Apps and see what happens in Microsoft. No, this is just a small question from me. Many
Correct,
times, no, they replace the old product. Like they are going to stop
correct.
Designer, they stopped Napa, they stopped Groove, and they stopped many good products in the past. And now,
Correct.
like Infopath, they stopped and they are putting Power Apps. So I want to ask from you: do you think Power Apps will last another 10 years, or they will replace that? What are your thoughts on that?
I think it will be there because this one is really very powerful. Power Automate and Power Apps.
Okay.
The good part is like that Microsoft product will have a lot of bugs. Okay, but Power Apps and Power Automate is not having that much bug. Whatever I
Okay.
worked.
Because it's
Okay.
pretty simple, no, this idea.
Yes, correct.
And what about the cost? I want to know whether the flows are getting, because what happened once I got a request telling to do in SharePoint Designer. Why they were
Mm.
using Designer was because Power Apps, they said that they will charge after certain number of runs. So
Uh,
is it free
yeah,
or
so no, it's not about free. If you have Office 365 subscription plan, what is the plan and all, accordingly you can do. And if you have any on-premise thing that also like SharePoint 19 and all, then it can do. But if you see, generally all the companies Office 365 will have a E3 plan kind of thing. So then in that one, no, it will not have any issue then because my client is already using thousand of items every day they are entering.
oh great.
Yeah.
And so you have used Power Apps in on-premise or online?
As of now, I use Office 365 only.
Okay, okay, great. So because I get frequent requests asking, please tell me about on-premise, how to set up Power Apps for Office
Uh,
SharePoint 2019 or
I think 2019 it is there. 2016 it's not there. I think on
okay,
2019 it is only there.
okay, great. So really, and so you're really happy with Power Apps and Power Automate. Nice to hear that. And many
Yeah.
are using InfoPath, and you're telling them to move to Power Apps, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Really, thank you so much. Shall I just read out all the points you said? Is that fine?
Yes, sure.
So, yeah. So let's read the performance tips given by Sumit. Uh, the suggestion is that SharePoint is not really good in performance once the data starts growing. So the best is to have multiple content database or set the storage quota and push document to list items and permissions. Do not allow the users to handle permission and do not give item level permission. So item level permission, I have also gone through that issue. So I had to break role inheritance they do for each list item.
Exactly.
I had to do the code to remove the inheritance. And if you are using third party flash and all, performance may be degraded. And I didn't get your point. You said push documents to list items. So what? Oh, you was. I think I did not type it properly. What is the meaning
Yeah.
of this?
Push items to list item.
Oh,
Maybe I talked about Power Apps in that I told, not for
or
this one.
probably you're saying use list and not documents.
Yeah, new lister. Yes, correct.
So anyway, these are like powerful tips for
Yeah,
many organizations. So I hope they follow this. And I think
correct.
you are the point of contact for running a strong SharePoint system with which is performance wise very good, right?
Yeah, correct.
So you worked 3 years to help a client on performance issues itself, and I think you're the point of contact for that. And
Correct.
also, you gave a recommendation for using Power Apps itself and moving from InfoPath to Power Apps. You're saying that it's very nice. It has nice mobile layout and connect to
Correct.
different sources, and workflow is involved, and cost is saved, and you have developed a lot of application and including cost calculation, invoice generation. And
Correct.
but overall, SharePoint is a good collaboration if you want
Yes, it's a
everything
very
together.
good collaboration.
Yeah, and multilingual. So
Yes,
you,
correct.
if anything,
If
any
you have
SharePoint
also
project.
request, yeah, document management system, if you have, that will be also better because I have expertise in document management system also
Wow.
with the SharePoint search. Like, that SharePoint search is very much powerful, the keyword search and all. So we have developed 5 to 6 projects in document management system, and we have delivered to the client, and clients are really very happy with that product.
Wow, fantastic. Thank you so much, Sumit. So actually, so every week I try to start the job opportunity for the week. So this week, I just saw the opportunity for Spanish people remote work. So
Okay.
if you are or the viewers of the recording are interested, can contact this email. I will be sending while sending the recording in email. Please share your email address in the chat box if possible. Is that fine, Sumit?
Sure, I will send.
So
Yes,
that,
yes, yes. I will.
yeah. If it's
Okay,
not
wait.
comfortable, I can use the other. So there
No,
are other ways to connect like Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp or email, whichever is comfortable, let me know so that we can connect. So I'll be sending this out in the email. And so based on your, based
it
on
is
your,
coming. Sorry, for me it is coming as disabled. The chat option is coming as a
oh my
disabled.
God, why? 1 second. 1 second. Why is disabled? Oh, Eurydia has come. Welcome, Eurydia. Can you hear me? I'm just trying to make you a presenter so that you can. Oh, then they can't present. 1 second. Can you chat, Sumit, 1 second?
Yes, sure. Let me check.
Hi, Sumit. Oh, that's last week.
No,
So
it is still disabled.
sorry, no issues, sir. It's okay. Uh, so what I'll do is I can get it from you from other ways.
Sure.
I'll ask.
Sure.
Or you can resend an email to sptangu@gmail.com.
Sure. I will send that email.
I'll send my
Okay.
email and you can just send a test mail
Okay.
there so that
Okay.
it's easy for me to just send all the
Understand.
details in email for me. So, but in case for the viewers, I think this is the opportunity, especially you can do, Sumit, like whatever they are asking, it's all here. They're asking for time a job, Bootstrap, Visual Studio,
Okay.
SQL Server,
Sure.
Page
Sure,
Player.
sure.
And so you can send, all of you can just send a resume to them. And
Okay.
it's a remote opportunity, but I will,
Okay.
as and when other opportunities are coming, and if you are saying, like, I know, like, you're expert in these many things, I'll try to refer you if any
Sure,
opportunity.
sure.
Okay.
Sure. Sure.
So, thank you so much for your time. And so far, it's great to know Sumit, Chandramurthy, and Mario. Mario is from, so overall, I think Mario is from Spain. Child who is developing systems for clients using Office 365. And Priyanka is helping clients using, she had been using InfoPath, she's been admin as well as developer. And Chandramurthy and Sumit are experts in SharePoint for more than 10 years. They have been freelancing as well as job. And so we are all going to help each other and win. So thank you so much for
Thank you.
your time. And I'll be
Thank you.
sending the recording in 1 or 2 days, or even
Okay.
today if time permits. And
Okay.
any question you can just ping me or just ask me. Okay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
any concerns too, let me know. So first,
Okay.
thank you so much. Dhanyavad, Sumit. I really appreciate
Thanks.
your time
Thanks.
and
Thanks,
wish you
Tanvi.
all the best. And Gracias, Elian, Mario, Euridia, Fernando, Nandri, Hari, Navneet, and Mikka Nandri Chandramurthy for your support. Dhanyavadas, Priyanka, and let's all get to know each other as time proceeds and help each other win. Thank you so much.